2-1, having won last year in an exciting game. Larry will remember that when we broadcast over ESPN Coast to Coast.
Jim, is one of the best basketball games we did all year. And, of course, 2 years ago was a 2-overtime game. We expect the same kind of action tonight.
Tip control by Auburn, grabbed by Gerald White, so the Tigers will go to work immediately. Moving down the right, UAB in its man-to-man defense. White being picked up here by Mitchell. So the 2-point guards facing each other. That's Frank Ford. Ponder will have a tough job against the bigger Fords.
Looks like UAB opened up man-to-man.
Person, rebound, grabbed on the inside by Moore. Moore, before his home crowd here in Birmingham, Alabama, had a great visit here as a freshman a year ago. Down low, there's Ford. He will post up low against the smaller Ponder. Auburn leads.
Jim, one of the things that people are doing to Auburn this year is the fact that they're pushing the defense back inside and forcing Auburn to shoot from the outside. And Sonny Smith's very concerned that his club is living and dying by the jump shot and not being able to get it inside. Now Auburn in a 1-3-1 zone.
Let's see what they'll try to do against the front line here. Auburn in the 1-3-1. Mitchell, of course, looking for the seams. Down low to Mincy. Has to clear it right back out. The 45-second shot clock will run throughout the game here. It's now at 19 seconds. Ponder to Mincy inside for an easy one. Ties it up.
Jim, what made that play was Mitchell on the wing, getting it to Ponder, who penetrated to the line, and he dropped it inside to Mincy for the easy layup. UAB back now, man-to-man. Auburn going into their offense.
Contrasting defenses. They feed it quickly down below. Intercepted on the turnover by Ponder. Back for UAB.
And again, Auburn tried to force the ball back inside. Sonny Smith, he said he was going to try to get the ball back inside. That's where he had his success last year. They struggled a little bit this year. They already have 2 losses.
UAB likes to go inside or get the jump shot from Mitchell. There it is. Mincy with the high rebound. Batted away by White. Auburn comes up with a loose ball. Good defensive play by White. There goes Ford from the corner. That'll be lost out of bounds by Auburn. Touched last there by Chris Morris. And with the score tied at 2, UAB will come down with Gene Bartow calling the shots. One of the most successful coaches ever in the game. There's the returning letterman these teams had. 5 starters for Auburn, 4 for UAB. So these fellows used to playing against each other. Ponder from the perimeter. UAB leads for the first time.
Jim, if it gets into a showdown at the OK Corral from 20 feet on jump shooting, UAB is going to have the advantage in that area. I think they've got better jump shooters than Auburn has.
Ponder and Mitchell, they lack, of course, to get their off guard to Ford on the inside. Another mishandled ball turned over by Auburn. Here comes Ponder on the break, 3-2, down the middle. Fires the left side, and here comes Michael Charge banking. Rebound ripped off there beautifully by Moore. And Auburn has control with a 4-2 UAB lead.
Watch again on offense to see if the Tigers try to push the ball inside. Sonny Smith said he was going to try desperately to get the ball inside. It appears that their offensive strategy is to push it in there. They go again to the inside.
Jeff Moore, and his shot partially blocked. Mincy feeding to Mitchell. Mitchell through traffic. Ball knocked away out of bounds by Chris Morris of Auburn, number 34, just a sophomore. Only one senior in the Auburn lineup is their All-America candidate, Chuck Person. There are the lineups. Several seniors in there for UAB. Mincy and Mitchell among them. Here's a steal by Morris. Little high slam.
Oh, what a jam that was. Did he ever take it up?
Auburn ties the score at 4. 17 minutes to go. We're only 3 minutes into this one that expects to be a hot one from start to finish. Now Auburn goes to man for man, Larry.
Jim, it looks like they're going to go to a little bit of a let's run the clock a little bit and maybe get them out of that defense.
That's a diamond and 2. They're taking the guards man for man, playing a dime on the inside. Mincy forces one up and hits.
I tell you what, not a bad idea to chase Mitchell and Ponder, as good as shots as they are, and you got those 3 guys inside running that zone defense that can give some help on the inside.
Well, the good thing by the guards that time, they go right inside the Mincy against that zone. Up now, inside goes Moore. Rebound tapped up inside by Person, and we get the first whistle of the game. I think it's going to be on Archie Johnson, the UAB center, number 50. Gets the foul on the play. That was good position rebounding that time by Auburn.
Auburn was a basketball team that last year was only out-rebounded in 5 contests. Sonny Smith very concerned about the rebounding of his club this year, particularly Person, who's had to go outside to get his points. That time he got inside.
Anthony Jack Gordon, who's a big-time rebounder, comes in for UAB. And here's Person up the line for Auburn, playing his 99th consecutive game for the Tigers from Brantley, Alabama. No doubt it's going to be a first-round draft choice in the NBA after this season. That ties it again. We've been tied at every stop, 2, 4, and 6. 16 minutes, 15 seconds to go in the first half.
Let's see if they come back with that man-to-man defense and then triangle again.
Yep. Same thing. They're taking the guards man-to-man. They're playing a triangle on the inside.
Jim, it's interesting. Chris Morris is playing Steve Mitchell. You're looking at 6'7" against 6'1".
Now here goes Chunk. Popping inside. Mincy to the layup. Whoa, Mincy with a great power move and a 6-point. And with that gimmicky defense, UAB's going inside to its operator, Mincy.
And UAB getting back to that man-to-man defense again. Auburn has committed some early turnovers here. They look a little nervous, a little testy.
Trying to force the ball to the inside. UAB sagging a little bit, not pressuring on the outside. There's the lob inside to Moore. And a blocking. Oh, it's knocked out of bounds by Gordon. Jeff Moore had just an outstanding game here, coming back to his hometown, playing for Sonny Smith here of Auburn, who announced last year he's going to resign. Then after his team won the conference, he returned. So he disappeared and reappeared on the scene for Auburn.
Gerald White came out to the edge of the half-court area, looked at Sonny Smith, and Smith gave him some instructions. Let's see if Auburn changes their offensive strategy.
Well, UAB's the zone on the inbounds play. They go in the middle to Chris Morris. Underneath is Moore, and he takes it up strong.
Jim, Sonny Smith said last year's club had great offensive rebounding ability, and they haven't had that in the early part of the year. Right there was part of what they did last year so well.
We're tied again at 8. Again, we got the triangle and 2 defense. They're taking the 2 guards. Mitchell gets free nevertheless. Rebound is battled for, and it's grabbed by Jeff Moore. So Auburn's got a chance to regain the lead.
So far, the trick defense is doing its number.
Well, they have shut off the guards. Mincy got free for a couple, but that time Mitchell tried to hit the jump shot. That was Person looking for a screen. Mincy's going to have a tough job against Person. That'll be an interesting matchup to watch. Out of the corner goes Person.
Jim,
what
a great shot that was. Moving away from the basket, 20 feet away, falling away on his jumper, and hit nothing but the bottom.
There are probably few players in America today, 6'8", can hit the outside jump shot. Maybe better than Chuck Person. 2-point lead by UAB. Jack Gordon banks it in. That ties it up for UAB. 10 apiece. We've been tied at every even figure stop so far. 14 minutes to go in the first half.
Mitchell putting good pressure on White that time. As soon as he hit the free throw line on the other end, he had the pressure on him. Here's a steal.
Steal by Michael Charles for the jam.
Now each team has one.
UAB back in the lead. 12-10 with 4 straight points. 13 and a half minutes remaining. And this has been a pressure cooker from the very opening tip. Man-to-man, the alley-oop lob. Inside it goes. There's a foul on the play, and I think they're going to get the basket to Morris, and it could be a 3-point play.
Just a great pass that time from Gerald White on the inside. You'll watch it again. Watch Morris with a good catch. That's the end of the catch. He goes up strong and lays it right over the rim. Mincy and Gordon both right there to commit the foul.
Well, it was Gordon that got it. He fouled him as he was going up. Eddie Collins comes in, a 6'8" sophomore from Marion Junction, Alabama. Trimmed down this year. He's lost about 25 pounds, and he's getting progressively better and adjusting to the college game. Had a tough freshman year. Number 13 there for Auburn. Michael Jones has just been outstanding in his freshman year for Auburn. He is now on the line winning in 1985. And off to a pretty good start here. Western Kentucky looking very good, undefeated so far. UAB winning the Amana Classic.
Jim, right here, here's a young man who made the all-freshman team in the Sun Belt Conference, Michael Charles, showing a little bit of his jumping ability. Watch him go up here and throw this one through.
Well, that shot momentarily put UAB in the lead, but now Auburn has come back with a 3-point play. There's the shooting so far. Not too bad for either team.
Jim, it's just the type of game we expected to see. Both of these clubs shooting well, riding emotionally very high. This is a big basketball game. Auburn needs it to get themselves reestablished on the winning side. UAB obviously wants to continue that winning streak.
Straight zone now, Auburn, 3-2. So they've changed once more. Sonny Smith decided to junk his unusual defense speed. Mitchell on the outside. Mitchell saw that zone, and lights beginning to flash.
I tell you what, I believe I'd go back to the other defense because you don't want to turn him loose from 18 feet.
14-13 UAB, up by a point. Now UAB in the 2-3 zone, and they've gone away from their man-to-man defense. Each coach just playing a little chess game here in the opening minutes, sparring around. Inside, Person hits. Woo, is he tough. 6 points for Chuck Person.
Jim, I think without question, one of the great college forwards in America.
Over 1,700 points. Unless something happens, no, that's a bad pass by Charles. Neither Mitchell or Mincy have any idea who that was intended for. Unforced turnover by UAB, and Auburn comes down with a lead now at 15-14.
And UAB is going to stay in that 2-3 zone. They were man-to-man for the first 7 to 8 minutes, but now they've gone 2-3. And, of course, Auburn looks for Person, and he's right on the top of that free throw line.
Saw the fact they never lost a game. All right, Mitchell, Ponder on the steal. Back for UAB. They'll try to regain the lead. And they got Mitchell open. Look out. Rebound Person. 15-14. Auburn on top by a point. 12 minutes remaining in the first half. Started to mention about Person. It looks like for sure before the season's over, he'll break the all-time scoring record at Auburn. Almost a cinch to go over 2,000 points.
Auburn moving the ball around the perimeter of that zone defense, waiting for that opening in the middle.
Going down to Jones.
Looks like Mincy might have got it.
Foul by Mincy. Mincy will be a key man in this game. And whether or not he stays out of foul total is something Gene Bartow will be fretting about, because he needs him against Person. He needs his offensive punch inside.
There's several ways to attack a zone defense. One is to work it around the perimeter. If you've got good jump shooters, that's what you want to do. Right there, they tried to get the ball baseline where Mincy committed the foul, and Auburn gets the ball back offensively.
Still a 2-3 zone. Eddie Collins now playing the middle, come off the bench.
Watch Person float in the middle of that zone. That's who they're looking for. They're keying on him. UAB knows where he is.
There he is. Good touch pass outside. Now they lob it baseline. Hook by Jones. A nice jump hook by Michael Jones.
Should give Chris Morris a lot of credit for that look in. He saw him in there and got him a good pass, and he got it up and got it in.
Biggest lead by Auburn at 3 points. Now they're playing a box and one on Mitchell. The third defense they've used against Steve Mitchell. They've come in with Terrence Howard. A box one, and here goes Ponder from the corner. Boy, it's amazing how these teams punch and counterpunch.
Well, the thing about it is that when you've got a weapon like Mitchell, you can utilize him also as a decoy, particularly when you've got a shooter like Ponder.
Yeah, you saw Mitchell and Ponder talking as they went back on defense about this box and one, what they're going to do with it. Ponder just almost as much a threat as Mitchell on the outside for UAB. 1 point lead by Auburn. Looking inside to the big All-American, Chuck Person.
And a good, again, perimeter passing by Auburn. They go around that zone defense of UAB till they find the opening in the middle.
Person. 8 points for Chuck Person. 19-16, Auburn up by 3 again. Here they come again on the box and one. Man-to-man on Mitchell by Terrence Howard. The other 4 playing a zone.
See, Michael Charles tried to set a screen to free Mitchell on the outside to get him that jump shot. Howard is really shadowing Mitchell.
Good block on the outside by Person. Person looked over, grins at Sonny Smith as if to say, I might have gotten away with one there.
He was standing out of bounds, clapping his hands and saying, thank goodness.
19-16 Auburn. That's the biggest lead either team has held. Now Auburn's got a chance to open it up to 5.
Auburn really spreading out that zone defense of UAB. They're really moving the ball around to the outside. Again, looking to the inside when they can find it. There he is.
Person feeds. Tipped up by Person. And they're going to have interference here, I guess, by the defense. That'll give the ball away. Jones was right up over the rim to grab that ball, and UAB gets it. And Bartow says, what's going on here anyway? Boy, the bodies are flying over that rim like a hornet's nest. Chris Morris sits down for Auburn. And we get a timeout midway in the first half. 9:07 to go. Auburn 19, UAB 16, and a good one.
Sports Illustrated wanted me to talk to you sports fans out there, and also to you people who love them. Christmas is coming, and if there's someone on your list who's interested in sports, give them Sports Illustrated. You fans know I'm big on sports. On the other hand, I'm also sensitive, warm, caring, kind of a teddy bear with muscles. So you folks can trust me to help you find a great gift. You fans are gonna love the week after week of action-packed coverage. Starting with the Sportsman of the Year with the Year in Sports. Then you'll go to the bowl games, Super Bowl 20, the World Series, the NBA playoffs, But you don't have to go anywhere. Just call and order Sports Illustrated, and you'll get an attractive card you can sign and give to your fan. So call 1-800-621-7600. Then save 60% off a full year. That includes the baseball, football, and basketball previews, plus the swimsuit issue, all for $43.95, and you won't be billed till next year. So call now and make everybody happy this Christmas.
This Bud's for all that you do.
They said this city was through. You said, no way.
Each day the spirit's growing. Your pride is really showing. You make America work, and this Bud's for you.
Here's to you. Beechwood Age for that clean, crisp taste that says Budweiser.
This Bud's for you.
For all your rental car needs, call 1-800-CAR-RENT. National Car Rental Company, the official car rental company of the Sun Belt Conference. 9:37 to go. They're hanging from the rafters here at the Birmingham Coliseum, seeing a rivalry that in short order that has become a fixture every December between Auburn and UAB. Right now, Auburn has the upper hand by 3. Sonny Smith came out of the hills in western North Carolina and Tennessee. Started his coaching at William & Mary, then East Tennessee, once at Virginia Tech with Don DeVoe, and now at Auburn, where he almost ended his career last year as a coach, then changed his mind after his team, inspired, came on to win the SEC.
And again, Auburn opens up in that box and chaser, and they've got Howard again on Mitchell. Ponder, who had success from that corner the last trip down the floor, can't get his shot off now.
Now they got Baker in. He's a good zone buster, so Baker's been put in by Gene Bartow. Box and one, giving a little bit of trouble. Baker trying to force a pass in. Blocked down nicely by Frank Ford. Here comes Ford on Mitchell. Pulls up tight, and rebound off by Baker. Well, they got away with a turnover, and UAB comes back trailing by 3.
Jim, I really think Ford took a bad shot then. He was 1 on 3 and really had nowhere to go. Mitchell was all over him.
9 minutes to go in the first half from Birmingham. UAB and Auburn. Nip for tuck. Ponder from the corner cuts it to 1 for UAB.
Jim, that's a second shot from that area right there. Mitchell again being used as the decoy to allow Ponder to get the opportunity to shoot that baseline jumper. Auburn may have to make another adjustment on defense.
Auburn has used man for man, straight zone, triangle and 2, and box and 1. 4 different defenses so far in the game. So Sonny Smith brought his full arsenal here tonight to Birmingham. They pull Person, give and go driving. And he walked on the play. Basket won't count. Well, that was a very costly turnover for Auburn. Took a basket away from them, and Person is going to sit down. Frank Ford comes back in the lineup. Terrence Howard goes out, so with Howard out of there, Gerald White comes back in. Let's see if they go away from that box and 1.
Now it looks like Chris Morris is going to chase Steve Mitchell. Now they're going to go, looks like straight man-to-man.
Yeah, there's a straight man-to-man. They're sagging back, almost covering the paint.
No, they're going to go back. Now it's the man-to-man with the triangle.
Here's Mitchell, and Mitchell has the ball knocked away and out of bounds. Foul is called on Chris Morris. Chris Morris on the reach-in foul gets his first one. First foul on Auburn. Morris, number 34.
Excuse me, what I was going to say is as we watch it again, you see Chris right there is Frank Ford. Mitchell tries to make the move. There's the foul by Chris Morris. It appears as if Auburn's going to go back to that triangle zone and have 2 guards chasing the 2 guards up front for UAB.
Here goes Baker, good outside shooter. Bruce Baker, he was sent in there to shoot over the zone. That was his first attempt. UAB back in the lead by a point at 20-19.
And UAB back into that 2-3 zone. Auburn shows good patience in moving the basketball around this zone until they find that opening, that weakness, that little crack in the door in that UAB zone.
Remember now, Person is not in there. They don't have their go-to man. Shot clock down to 20 seconds. This is good discipline here by the Auburn team, showing fine patience, working against the UAB zone.
The pace of this game has been almost frantic.
That went right through the hands of an Auburn player. I think it might have been tipped by a defender, could have thrown it off its path, but it's a turnover. UAB comes back. Sonny Smith wants Person back in the lineup. So here comes the big guy, number 45.
Pretty good idea for him to get Person out of there and get him a little blow. He had about 1.5 to 2 minutes on the bench. Should come back refreshed and finish out this first half.
Oh, what a feed inside to Mitzi. And rebound ripped off by Jeff Moore of Auburn. White might go all the way. Good fake by White, and he walks. Traveling by Gerald White. Another turnover, and Auburn's had a little trouble handling the ball, and a little frown on the brow there of Sonny Smith, who's really a funny guy, isn't he?
Yeah, one of the greatest sense of humors I believe I've ever met of anybody who does not personally go on stage. Gene Bartow, on the other hand, a very serious individual.
Bartow went to a luncheon today, though, just so he could hear Sonny Smith speak. 1 point lead by UAB. Zone D, straight zone now, 3-2 zone.
Yeah, you see Person floating in the
Baker
middle.
again.
He's hot.
2 for 2 for Baker. UAB's biggest lead now, 3 points. 22-19, and they've scored 6 straight points.
And it's been outside jump shooting, Jim, that's done it. It's been Ponder and Baker the last couple of minutes that carried the load for the Blazers.
And meantime, when the Purse was out of there, they were having trouble this way. Here goes Person. Oh, he got it. What a shooter, Chuck Person. 10 points for Person in the first half. That breaks the Auburn drought for the moment. 22-21 UAB.
How do you stop a guy like that? He goes out to 20 feet. You come and get him. He goes to 23.
Well, Larry, you don't stop the great ones. You just try to slow them down. As I recall, nobody ever stopped you at Kentucky.
Yeah, thanks, Jim.
1 point lead. Inside Gordon. Tipped up inside, but a foul is called. Or traveling. One of the might have been an offensive foul on Gordon.
It was a foul. Offensive foul on Jack Gordon. Watch it again.
His second.
Ball in the corner. Ponder's got it. He tries to dish it inside. Good bounce pass to Gordon. There's the move. The shoulder lowered right into Jeff Moore's belly. Goes the other way.
Jumped right into him. That's a good call on that rule of verticality. You're not allowed to go in. You could go up, but not into him here. Michael Charles has returned the line, replacing Gordon for UAB.
And again, Auburn's really spread out.
Down low, there's Jones. Michael Jones, highly rated freshman for Auburn, sends Auburn back in the lead. 4 straight points for the Tigers. 23-22. 5 minutes, 20 seconds in the first half to go.
Jim, you know, it's been kind of interesting in the first half here. We haven't had a lot of free throws. I don't know that we've even gone to the line. And both of these clubs have put up a frantic pace. They've gone up and down the floor very quickly.
Well, there was Person had 2 free throws. They don't remember. And a 3-point play by Morse, but that's been it. Inside, Charles hits. Michael Charles penetrating off the dribble. 24-23 UAB. The 9th time the lead changed hands. 5 minutes to go in the half.
Type of game we expected it to be.
Boy, it's the one you'd hate to miss, isn't it? There goes Jeff Moore, blocked away by Gordon. Picked up by Mitchell. Mitchell now got Gordon on his right. Mitchell all the way for the layup. Tipped up once, but a foul is going to be called on Auburn. I think it'll be on White. But Mitchell, there was nobody picked Mitchell up, and White had to get him from behind. Look.
Jim, watch this move. He looks, he recognizes, boom, now he goes. You see right there, a person made a move away from him, and when he did, it opened up that alley, and he went right down the lane. Watch it again right here. Watch Person in front of him right there. Go right by him. He says, well, if you're going that way, I'll come right behind you.
Well, you're right about the free throwing on UAB, at least, Larry. This will be the first time they've been to the line. It'll be Mitchell shooting. Last year, he was 12 for 20 against Auburn, had a great game, but the special defenses that Auburn's Sonny Smith has set up for this game has slowed him down. He has only 2 points. There's Gene Bartow, who received a $1 million annuity from the fans here in Birmingham. All he has to do is just stay here and coach the Blazers. And when he retires, $1 million in the bank.
Well, as much success as he's had here, I'll tell you what, that's an attractive enough program to get him to stay. I think what's happening here, Jim, is Don Shea, the official in front of Sonny Smith. Smith was questioning the foul earlier that was committed by Gordon. Now he's coming back down the floor to ask him about it.
Now they're saying that Mitchell shouldn't be shooting, but Mitchell's the man on the line.
Well, Mitchell was the guy who was fouled. He's the guy who went in for the layup.
Now, I don't blame him for trying to get Mitchell off there. He's a great shooter. All-time assist leader, 451 coming into this game for his career. There's his free throw for 80. Everybody misses occasionally. 2-point lead for UAB. Now Auburn will go for a tie. 2-3 zone.
And, Jim, that zone is really spread out. Auburn really pushing that zone out away, forcing them away. Look out.
Person. Jack Gordon climbs into the sky to pull down the rebound. Mitchell off the break. Mitchell from the dribble. for UAB, the biggest they've had. 27-23. 4 minutes to go.
I don't know anybody better in the country that's better off of the dribble going up with that jump shot and stopping quicker and getting it off than he is.
Not on the break, you're right. Here goes White, way outside, out of his range, baby. Good rebound. Oh, a great block. But they're going to get Gordon for the block. The body block, but he got all ball when he went up.
Jim, what a great defensive play by Jack Gordon right there. You talk about two players that are up in the air. He just committed his third foul. But one of the greatest blocks you're going to see in college basketball this year. Watch it again. Chris Morris way in the air for the rebound. Watch Gordon come back across. I mean, they're 10 or 12 inches above the rim.
Woo! But that's 3 fouls on Gordon. And his rebounding and defense is a very important asset for UAB. But Gene Bartow's going to have to get him out of there. Archie Johnson goes back in for UAB, replacing Gordon. Well, it's a mainly UAB fans here. About 65% UAB, maybe 35% Auburn.
Well, you know, in the past, they've always played this game in connection with the Auburn-Alabama football game. This is the first year in the 4 meetings that they've had that they haven't really tied it together, simply because Auburn had participated in the NIT, the Big Apple NIT, and it forced a later date. I'm sorry, not Auburn, but UAB. And now they're still drawing a big crowd in Birmingham for the game.
Well, those 2 free throws by Morris has pulled Auburn back within 2. And we'll get a timeout. 3 minutes, 54 seconds remaining, and it's just the first half, so don't go away. It's a 2-point approved by the Sun Belt Conference. Any use, rebroadcast, or other transmission of this game without the written consent of the Sun Belt Conference or Creative Sports Marketing is prohibited. Jim Thacker, Larry Conley with you live from the Birmingham Coliseum in Birmingham, Alabama. Upwards of 15 to 16,000 on hand to see these 2 Alabama rivals battling here in a dandy rivalry. UAB at the moment leads by 2, 27-25, with just under 4 minutes to go in the first half.
You know, Jim, I need to give credit to both these clubs because they both participated in that Big Apple NIT, and that's why this game was moved to a later date.
Mitchell now being guarded by White. There's that triangle and 2 again against the guards. And cutting baseline, Mitchell gets inside. Block up there, the foul. Basket's called interference on Jeff Moore. Mitchell gets headed for the basket, his 8-point, 29-25. Sonny Smith, the things will try your nerves, won't they, Sonny?
Sonny Smith patting his head, and right there, Jerome Minson, he take it straight up in the air, and there was the goaltending call. Auburn gets the ball back. Right now, it's a great game, UAB up.
They tried for the alley-oop, and Baker comes down with a rebound. Mitchell driving hard. Mitchell, 25-footer.
Jim, I'll say it again. I don't know anybody better than stopping and going straight up off of that run and a jump and let it go.
Well, Larry, it's the year of the guard in basketball, but when they count the All-America votes, this young fellow will have plenty of them, Steve Mitchell. Inside now, Person, double team, ball knocked loose. Put up by Morris. Moore it was. Jeff Moore on the inside.
Well, Jim, an awful long time spent in there by those guys.
31-27, UAB's lead whittled at 4. 2 minutes, 40 seconds to go in the first half. Mitchell almost lost it out of bounds. Archie Johnson now battling out here. Shot clock to 28 seconds. Mitzi, baseline. Rebound, Jeff Moore. Boy, he's tough on the boards here in his hometown for Auburn. Wild pass, out of control, went White. Turnover to UAB. Gene Bartow won 3 Sun Belt conferences here. He's been in postseason play every year, and Sonny Smith had that miracle finish last year to win the SEC and played so well in the NCAAs. 2 big victories and taking North Carolina to the wire.
And Jim, he's had him in the NCAA the last 2 years, back-to-back years in the tournament.
Well, they're double teaming Mitchell. Ponder driving for the shot. Underneath, put up by Archie Johnson, fouled on the play by Person. Boy, Johnson really fought for the rebound. Person tried to reach in there. First foul by Chuck Person in this game. 3rd team foul only.
Jim, I got to tell you, you're going to take your life into your hands when you go down in that paint right there. Watch everybody get up in the air when Ponder goes. Right there's Person. He misses it. On the other side is Morris and Mincy fighting for the ball. It's tough for a guy who's 6'2" to go in there and try to challenge those 6'7" and 6'8" people.
Well, it's a trite old statement, but they're taking no prisoners, are they? Either team. Archie Johnson has not scored as yet. He'll get 2. Archie may be the most improved player, though, on this team.
Jim, Chris Morris just stepped into the lane too early. Now he's going to get 2 more shots.
Well, let's see if it cost him. Cost him at least 1. Maybe.
He would have shot that one anyway. Now he gets the bonus because Morris just leaned over the line.
Now, this is just gravy, isn't it?
Didn't hurt him.
No. 32-27. Biggest lead has been a 6-point edge by UAB. Now they're up by 5 with 1:50 to go in the first half. Running Hurst on the inside. Hurst can hurt you inside or out. Doesn't really matter to him. Whatever you give him.
And
the guy's working inside.
Auburn's using that long pass around that UAB zone, trying to find an opening in there. They got 4 players around the perimeter.
Now they got to foul off the ball. They're double teaming Person, and it's going to be on Archie Johnson of UAB. Number 2 on Archie Johnson. Team foul number 6 against UAB, so not yet going to the bonus.
Jim, you'll see this foul by Archie Johnson right here. Look at him pushing on the inside. You see him in the right part of your screen right there. Frank Ford looks at the official. Everybody then turns. And, of course, right there, Chuck Person looked at the official and clapped his hands and said, "You're absolutely right."
I've never seen a player that didn't look shocked, though, when he got caught. I think it's because it goes on all the time. And then when they finally call it, they say, well, why not? Eddie Collins about to check in for UAB. Good reversal of the ball by Auburn. Minute 25 to go. They reset the clock for 45 more for Auburn. Now you saw Terrence Howard turning and getting instructions from Sonny Smith. Auburn trailing by 5. It's a crucial possession for, and it's turned over. Ponder's got Mitchell on his right. Ponder will take it all the way. Basket good and blocking foul on Howard. Could be a 3-point play.
Jim, you know what makes that tough? Terrence Howard loses the basketball, then he commits the foul at the other end. So he gets the GOAT award on both ends of it right here. He did move under Ponder as he went up for the layup. Ponder might have hurt his elbow when he went down. He came up rubbing his elbow a little bit. In fact, he's shaking it. Look at him. He just loses the handle. Ponder in a dead run to the other end. He says, "Let me get to that finish line first because I got a basket," and he got it.
Well, some days you don't make a nickel, and that was the case for Howard. 7 points for Ponder. The 3-point play has given UAB its biggest lead. Full court pressure. First time for UAB.
Good call by Gene Bartow. He had him on the run. He got a 3-point play, and they threw it away.
Caught him unawares. A turnover with 56 seconds to go. UAB gets the ball. A nice call by Gene Bartow. Sonny Smith wants a timeout. Less than a minute to go in this half. And Sonny Smith is going to use a timeout. He doesn't want it to get away from him.
Jim, there's only 55 seconds left to go in the first half here. I'm a little shocked that he decided to take that timeout.
Double screen. I said that good double screen. Don't foul. Just go walking in there.
Don't foul. How many times did Coach ever tell you that?
I mean, every huddle you go into, if there's one coach that says it, all 4 of them will say it. They'll all turn around and say, "Now look, don't foul. Don't foul."
He's one of the best ones, isn't he? He's 14th in total wins among active coaches. Comes in here with 435 career victories. Great reign at Memphis State. Did well at UCLA in his short stay. And he's built a Sun Belt Conference dynasty in its early years here in Birmingham.
Really has. He's been in the NCAA the last 5 years. He's been just an outstanding basketball coach for UAB.
Well, the shot clock is still a factor. 59 seconds on the game clock, 45 seconds on the shot clock, so UAB cannot freeze it down. They can only get it down to about 17 or 18 seconds before having to take a shot. Well, Auburn's going to get the ball again. Now, Bartow's trying to hear what's going on. He wants to know, so down goes Don Shea. I think what happened is the buzzer wasn't working or something. They put 4 seconds back on the clock.
Yeah, let me tell you what happened.
It was 55.
The ball was out of bounds, but one official had called a timeout, but had given the ball to UAB, and they started the clock. That's why they put the 4 seconds back on the clock.
Now, originally it was 55, but they put it back to 59.
That's the value of looking at the other official to let them know you're ready to start play. You've got to get approval from all 3 guys.
Triangle at 2. Again, they're respecting the UAB guards, trying to deny the ball to Ponder and Mitchell. 38 seconds ago, shot clock down to 20 seconds.
Pretty good move by Sonny Smith, putting Chris Morris on Mitchell right there. Pretty long guy, tall, tough to shoot over.
Shot clock at 10 seconds. Good patience by UAB. But tough defense by Auburn. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Mitchell's going to have to get one out. Here's Mitchell, 30-footer. High off the boards, and there is Eddie Collins batting, but it's picked up by Person. Great defense by Auburn. 10 seconds to go in the game, first half. Howard. And here is Person looking for a shot. Not much time left. Person in and out at the buzzer. First half is over, and UAB hangs on to its 8-point lead that came in a final flurry in the last minute and a half of the first half. So Gene Bartow takes his team off, up by 8 over Auburn at the half.
Think Air Jordan this season. By Nike.
UAB and Auburn warming up for the second half of this basketball game. The Blazers will be taking an 8-point lead into the second half. We're going to be going to Birmingham Live to Larry Conley and Jim Thacker for the call of that second half action in just a couple of minutes. Now, this game is in the third period, and Quebec has got a 5-3 lead going into the final period. They ended the first period with Quebec leading it by 3-1. And in the game between Toronto and Washington, also a third period score. The Washington Caps with a 3-1 lead. They picked up a couple of goals in the second period by Murphy and Hayward. Boston playing at Philadelphia. The Flyers at the end of 2 periods lead this by a goal. The score is 4-3. Dave Poulin got what to prove to be the go-ahead goal there. Prop and Howe, Mark Howe, also scoring in the second period for Philadelphia. Pittsburgh playing the Islanders. This one is at the end of 2, or in the second period. They're tied 3-3. Pat LaFontaine got the goal for the Islanders that tied the game up. Edmonton playing at St. Louis. Blues lead it 3-1. So that's a quick look at the National Hockey League scoreboard up to the minute. Right now, we're going to take you back to Birmingham, Alabama, and the second half of the game between the Tigers and the Blazers.
Tim in Birmingham, welcome for the second half. Let's take a look at the statistics of the first half, and they're rather interesting. This is a championship-type game, and it was championship-type shooting.
Jim, great shooting by both clubs. UAB 67%, Auburn at 50%.
And the free throw percentage, Auburn was perfect. UAB hitting 3 of their 5. And in rebounds, give the edge to Auburn.
And there's not a whole lot of shots to grab because both clubs are shooting the ball so well.
Turnovers hurt Auburn. They committed 12. We had them 10, but 12, I guess, officially, and 5 for UAB.
I know, Jim, a lot of those errors were unforced errors, too. Auburn just lost the basketball into the hands of UAB. I think there's some interesting statistics here from an individual standpoint, as you were indicating here.
That is that the guards for UAB scored 16 points, 9 by Ponder, 7 by Mitchell, despite the rigged defenses. And Auburn's guards produced only 2 points, a single field goal by Frank Ford. The front line, though, held up for Auburn. 10 points for Person. He was their top scorer, and 7 by Chris Morris, while Mincy led the front line for UAB with 8.
I also find it interesting on the rebounding side. Jeff Moore had 7 in the first half, which was an awful good turnout for him. They only had 13 rebounds, and he had over half of them. Person with 10 points and 4 rebounds, I think, had an outstanding first half. But I think it was the turnovers that really hurt Auburn in the first half. They really gave it up too many times, and if you give UAB too many possessions, it's going to hurt you.
Well, they gave away some of the advantage they got in their rebounding superiority. And the personal fouling department, one player in trouble, that is Jack Gordon, who's a rebounding star for UAB, picked up 3 fouls in the first half.
I'll tell you what, I love that third foul, though.
That was a great block. They went up about 14 to 18 inches above the rim on that block. That looked like David Thompson against Bill Walton. Well, we go 20 minutes into the second half, and we're underway. UAB has the ball, leading 35-28. Mitchell and Ponder, and again, they go triangle and 2. They're guarding the 2 guards man for man.
And UAB attacks it by pulling their 2 guards out front and trying to find a double side on there. There they got it to Johnson.
Inside. Archie Johnson opens the scoring, and I guess that triangle and 2, and this is the biggest lead of the game. 10 points by UAB.
Jim, not only are the players playing hard and going up and down the court, but both coaches are pulling out all stops to win this basketball game. They're using all their strategies, defensively and offensively.
And except for those little lapses you talked about where Auburn mishandled the ball, the players have been fairly alert.
And it's been a well-played game from a foul standpoint. We have not had a lot of fouls.
Jeff Moore cutting through the middle along with Person. They're really swarming Person on the inside. The big gun. They're giving Auburn the outside shot if they want it. Chris Moore now. They're going to have to get something going. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. That is to the side now, down to 4 seconds. And here is Moore, and inside goes Frank Ford, and no! Tipped up once again by Ford. He's good. Boy, there was 1 second to go on the shot clock.
Jim, that was an eternity for that ball to hang up there on that rim. It bounced 5-6 times, and Ford followed it up.
8-point lead by UAB. Triangle and 2 again. They're taking the guards man for man. Respecting Mitchell and Ponder of UAB, and sort of a triangle zone against the L3. A spin by Mincy on the inside. They better get somebody on Mincy.
Jim, if you're going to play that type of defense, you got to front the guys on the inside. Mincy's too good with his back to the basket that close in. You've got to prevent that pass from coming into him.
Another 10-point lead for UAB. Person on the inside. Good penetration. Dish off to Moore. Oh, they're good teaming defense for UAB. They have cut off the inside at the moment and taken away the baseline.
Traffic gets awfully thick when you get in that paint in there. An awful lot of white jerseys around that basketball.
Straight 2-3 zone. We're in the first 2.5 minutes of the second half. Shot clock again down to 6 seconds. White from the outside. Rebound grabbed by Mincy. Well, the zone defense has been effective for UAB. Mitchell pushing hard. Oh, Mitchell right around the guy.
Oh, what a move.
12-point lead by UAB thanks to the magic of Mitchell.
The Wizard. He brought it up. He dribbled it between his legs, front and back, and got it around and inside and hung in the air.
You got 17 more minutes to enjoy this one. So settle back if you can. 41-29 UAB. Auburn stymied by the zone right now.
Why won't Morris take that shot? He was wide open, 10 feet out on the side.
Shot clock is back to 15 seconds. Jeff Moore penetrating with the left hand. Rebound lost out by Auburn. UAB will get the ball, and the zone is mystifying Auburn, and Sonny Smith may have to get another timeout. He has made a substitution by putting his prize freshman Michael Jones back in the lineup, and he is over here talking with Chris Morris. 41-29 UAB. Been a solid 3.5 minutes so far for UAB to start the second half. Now this is Morris. He's still out there guarding Mitchell. And there's an offensive foul as that pass went inside. Looked like Mincy went fast for it, and that could be his second foul. Number 2 on Mincy.
Jim, watch it again right here. You see it on the right side of the lane right there. It looked like Person tried to make a move to the ball. Mincy may have grabbed him to hold him from getting to the ball.
Auburn will try to get back within 10. 16.5 minutes to go. 2-3 zone is working for UAB, so they stick with it. Auburn starts to overload to the left side, getting a little triangle down here with Person on the inside. Now they skip over to Jones for the bank shot, flashing the boards. That'll be a foul on Morris. Well, that was obvious. He just crashed over the top of everybody. Second foul on Morris.
Watch it again. The ball goes up right here. Watch all the bodies go up and crash. Bang, right there. Looked like Morris went right over the top of Person.
So down comes UAB up by 12. They set a screen for Mitchell, but they got triangle in the 2. You're going to get a lot of switching in there. They always double team the guards. Ponder gets a screen. Rebound, Mincy comes right down to Charles for layup.
Being in the right place at the right time. Michael Charles grabbed it and threw it back up and in, and now Auburn down 43-29.
14 points with 15 minutes and 40 seconds to go. Zone defense has done it so far for inside the Person bank shot, and they got a blocking foul on Archie Johnson. Number 3 on Johnson, so Johnson and Gordon now in a class by themselves. 3 fouls apiece.
It was a matter of time before they got the ball to Person. They just haven't been able in the early part of the second half to get it to him. There he found the opening. He almost had a 3-point opportunity.
Chuck Person, who was runner-up for Player of the Year in the Southeastern Conference the last 2 years, first to Charlie Barkley, last year to Walker, and he might be runner-up to Walker again this year, and I don't know if anybody's ever been runner-up 3 years in a row in any league. 2 shots.
Jim, I don't think that diminishes his accolades at all. I think everyone knows what a great player he really is.
What a great player Kenny Walker is. Gordon now has come back in the ball game for UAB, replacing Archie Johnson. So Gene Bartow going to protect Archie Johnson a little bit with his 3 fouls. He puts Gordon with 3 right out there. Here's Gordon.
Auburn's gone straight man-to-man.
Mitchell gets away. Rebound bounce deep. 3-2 break. Ford in the middle for Auburn. Right side layup. Herschel.
Left-handed, Jim. He went inside, grabbed the pass in front, and laid it up with his left hand.
Frank Ford knows who's the pass to. 10-point lead UAB. Mitchell might have forced that shot a little bit. He was really deep. But he's been frustrated here by this rigged defense. Taken away again. Here comes Frank Ford again for Auburn. Right side to Jones. Jones fires back out, but there's a whistle. Foul is going to be on UAB's Mitchell. Mitchell, it might be a good idea to rest Mitchell right here.
Yeah, I think it would be, too. I'll tell you the thing that's happening right now. It looks like UAB might be getting a little bit weary. Auburn has taken the ball away 2 consecutive times now, and they lose it again right here. Charles with just not even thinking, losing his concentration. Frank Ford coming up with the basketball. He gets it over to Jones right there. Foul committed by Charles.
Mitchell's not really being effective with this rigged defense. So maybe get him out of there, get Auburn out of that defense, see what happens. Let's see what Bartow decides. He's called a timeout with 14:51 to go. His once 14-point lead has been cut to 10.
Now, you can have the famous Nautilus physique without leaving the comfort and privacy of your own home. Urban General brings you Easy Trim, the amazing handheld health club designed to work on 14 major muscle groups. For sleeker hips and thighs, Easy Trim works just like the Nautilus machine. Double chins are a thing of the past when you use Easy Trim. A shapelier bust can soon be yours. As an added bonus, Easy Trim is also a terrific stomach flattener and firmer. Simply use Easy Trim 20 minutes a day, 3 days a week for 4 weeks, and you will see and feel the difference. If you are not completely satisfied in 30 days, Urban General will fully refund your money. Get Easy Trim, the affordable portable exerciser, for just $19.95. That's right, just $19.95. And Easy Trim comes with a complete exercise program and is fully guaranteed. Shape up, trim down. Here's how to order.
Use your credit card for rush delivery by calling 1-800-441-1234 or send check or money order for $19.95 plus $2.95 shipping and handling to Easy Trim. P.O. Box 3500, Department A, West Caldwell, New Jersey 07006.
Think Air Jordan this season. By Nike.
Well, as the Young Sun Belt Conference celebrates its 10th anniversary, you can look back with a little pride on those 9 years. 24 postseason appearances, including 15 in the NCAA. And a good deal of credit goes to the outstanding leadership of Commissioner Big Bubas. 14 minutes and 51 seconds ago here. Charlie Backus set to play. It's going to be Auburn's inbounds pass. That was the third team foul against UAB. Auburn's committed 1, if you're keeping track of that.
Jim, a chance now or an opportunity for Auburn to get this lead down to 8, and they were down by as many as 14 here in the second half.
Scored the last 4 points on takeaways. Now 2-3, 2-1-2 zone by UAB. Jack Gordon in the middle, shot blocking specialist. Person playing inside the zone. Lob it into Person, spins around. Gordon blocks it. Picked up by Ford. Put away up. And they battle for the rebound. Fired in underneath.
Looks like Jones got it. Michael Jones.
6 points for Michael Jones. That was great offensive power rebounding.
And now another defense by Auburn. 2-2-1. Full court. Zone pressure.
43-35. 14-11 to go in the game. Auburn making its move here after trailing by 14. Back within 8. Mitzi driving with the ball. Inside, Mitzi short. Rebound taken by Auburn. Auburn now is ruling the boards. That one by Cliff Morris. Here comes White down to Jones. Now Auburn is hot. 43-37. 8 straight points by Auburn. Now in the zone press.
Pressure's getting tough.
Here comes Mitzi beating the press, getting it over the middle. Double team to Mitchell. Mitchell low, threw it over the head of Gordon. And now UAB suddenly has gone out of control after that big lead's been taken away.
Jim, all of a sudden, Auburn has taken a chapter right out of the book of UAB. They like the pressure. Gene Bartow, head down, worried about the way his club is playing right now.
Another timeout with 13:34 to go. The complexion quickly is changing. The lead is only 6 for the Blazers.
Everyone knows the women in Playboy are absolutely smashing. But Playboy also brings you great sports features like our college basketball preview, full court press interviews with top names in sports, along with singing slap shots at some prime sports targets by Dan Jenkins, plus Playboy's inimitable mix of wit, wisdom, and entertainment. For the man who wants great sports and a whole lot more, Playboy has it all. In January Playboy, Don Johnson, like you'll never see him on Miami Vice, at newsstands now.
The caravan, a traditional journey, unmerciful as the desert sun. Ah, but now there's the revolutionary Dodge Caravan. With room for heavy burdens or up to 8 people. A 5-year or 50,000-mile protection plan and civilized features like front-wheel drive, which is why Dodge Caravan has no equal under the sun.
When you're dealing with higher volumes of information and need answers fast, you search everywhere for solutions, but find it hard to get on top of things. That's why IBM created the personal computer AT, with the power to push high performance even higher. With the AT, fast becomes faster, and the capacity to handle data becomes greater, all to help put your business on solid ground. The IBM Personal Computer AT for advanced technology.
On Tuesday, December 17th, our cameras will be in Jacksonville, Florida, where the nationally #1 ranked North Carolina Tar Heels will take on the Dolphins of Jacksonville. So join us for more exciting Sun Belt basketball. Check your local listings for the time in your area.
Jim, has a great basketball game last year. Jacksonville went up into the state of North Carolina and played the Tar Heels. A good ball game.
Our second half shooting has dropped off a little bit for Auburn, but that's because they're getting so many offensive rebounds. That'll show possessions, and you'd find out Auburn's producing pretty well.
Jim, the turnovers are really beginning to affect UAB right now. Second half, you can see right there the score is 6, and it was 14 just a couple of minutes ago.
Auburn could cut it to 4. They're trying to score the 10th straight point in this game.
The young man that came off the bench right there, Michael Jones, has contributed heavily to cutting that deficit.
Good touch pass over here to Frank Ford. Shot clock 20 seconds.
UAB really packing the zone back in now. Auburn trying to get around the perimeter to find the opening.
Jones outside. That's 6 points for Jones in the second half rally for Auburn. 10 straight points, I believe, for the Tigers, that is. And they pull within 4.
Auburn stays with that press. 2-2-1. Full court zone pressure. UAB with all 5 players in front court.
They got to hurry. They beat it over by 1 second. Eddie Collins pass beat over, broken up, knocked out of bounds by White. It'll go out of bounds to UAB. 12:40 to go in the first half. 43-39. Auburn has taken over the momentum of this basketball game.
We really believed it was going to be a close basketball game. When it got to 14, I don't think I really believed it was going to be that far.
Now back in comes Archie Johnson. Also in the ball game is Bruce Baker, noted more for a shooter. He usually goes in against zones. Coming in here against this Auburn pressing team right now. Bartow just looking for fresh players. Mitchell being hounded here in box and 1 and triangle and 2 defenses. Still 12.5 minutes to go in the game.
Jim, I think UAB is going up against a straight man-to-man defense right now.
Inside it goes to Archie Johnson. A good spinning shot by Johnson. Breaks the UAB drought. 45-39. Blazers back to a 6-point lead. Trying to get some more breathing room. Auburn now is pumped up now. They're playing with more poise and more intensity.
And more confidence.
Oh, good backdoor cut by Ford. Basket's good and a foul on Johnson. 4 fouls on Archie Johnson, and Frank Ford flashes his All-America form.
Watch it again. You think this man can just score? He can do it all. Look at this pass. Back up in the air, sees the opening. Great pass to the inside, and a good catch, and a good layup by Ford. Chuck Person does so much for this club. He rebounds, he shoots, and he makes great passes.
Archie Johnson has to go out with his 4th foul. Jack Gordon comes back in for UAB. Well, Frank Ford can score. He once broke Magic Johnson's AAU record with 49 points in a game.
I tell you what, if Chuck Person keeps throwing the ball to him like that, he'll break it again.
He can cut it to 3. 7 points for Ford. 5 of them here in the second half. Back in is Jeff Moore for Auburn. Auburn's going to continue that full-court zone pressure defense. It's really bothered UAB. Mitchell wanting the ball so badly.
They're in trouble if they don't get it across.
Ponder. Here's the feed under the Baker. Knocked out of bounds, Auburn. It's going to be Auburn's ball. Touch last by UAB. Auburn will get a chance to pull within 1. This crowd is on its feet.
Watch it again. 4 black shirts converging on the ball. Mincy tries to make the pass. A good slapper away right there by Person, and it goes off of Baker. Auburn's going to get the ball back.
Look at there's Bartow pleading with the official to see that it was Auburn that knocked it out, but they were much closer to it. And apparently somebody saw it go off Bruce Baker. Auburn can pull within 1 point with a basket. 3-point play will tie the score. 11.5 minutes to go yet. Terrence Howard put a big role in this game, guarding Mitchell. There he is.
And again, Auburn moving that ball in the perimeter of that UAB zone, looking for the opening, looking for Person. He floats around that paint.
Here's Howard inside to Jeff Moore. Shot clock to 13 seconds and rolling. Jones on the outside. Deep rebound to Baker, and a foul is going to be called on Auburn. I think it's going to be Moore or Howard. They were both down there. It's on Moore.
Jim, this is no place for the meek. Anybody underneath this basket right here is going to get hammered. You're going to see bodies flying right there. Mincy pushed off. You see him leaning in. Moore right there, and it's pretty tough to get Mincy to lean on anything.
Mitchell trying to get the dribble off. He's been winning the ball against this press, and Auburn's done a great job keeping the ball away. Double team on Mitchell. 11 minutes to go. 3-point lead by UAB. Their once 14-point command has dissipated in the face of a furious Auburn pressure. Ponder off the screen. Rebound goes out of bounds. It'll go to UAB.
Jim, I thought Ponder might have rushed that shot a little bit. He came across the top of the circle there, and I think he was trying to get his shot off really before he had the opportunity to square up and get a good one.
Auburn straight man-to-man. Mincy knocked away and fouled by Moore. Now that's 2 fouls on Jeff Moore. Back playing at his hometown. Played with Gene Cady over in Taiwan during the summer.
Most of the time you're going to get this call as a foul. Anytime you reach around that opposing center, the offensive center, you're going to get a foul call to get you, and Moore did right on the back of Jerome Mincy.
You got to have arms like Patrick Ewing not to foul on that. Oh, there's Baker open. Woo! Boy, he can flat shoot it.
He was right in front of the Sun Belt sign when he let that one go.
47-42. 5-point lead by UAB with 10.5 minutes to go. Auburn will try to Person on the outside. Rebound Mincy. Now they don't press after missing. UAB puts it down easily. Here's Mitchell. Mitchell fires up on the bank shot, draws the foul. Personal foul on Howard. It came before the shot, so there'll be no free throwing. 4th team foul on Auburn.
Jim, man, this man is so hard to guard. Watch him handle the basketball. He pivots, he rolls, he hangs in the air. He does so many things so well. It's just difficult for one person to stay on him. He needs a lot of help. Howard cannot do it by himself.
Well, he's done a great job, though. You know, he came off the bench here last year, remember, when White got in foul trouble, and he led that upset by Auburn, and he's really worked hard against Mitchell. You know, Mitchell's only scored 9 points. He's averaging almost 17. 47-42. And there's a foul away from the ball on Auburn. All the physical play taking its toll on Auburn now. They may be getting a little bit tired. That one was on 4, just his first. Now that's quickly 5 team fouls on the Tigers compared to 4 by UAB.
What they're trying to do is keep the ball away from Jerome Mincy on the inside. If Mitchell is the threat on the outside, certainly Mincy is on the inside.
Well, they got Baker in it. Here he goes again. Baker. Woo!
Light it up, Baker.
He is 4 for 4. And UAB leads it by 7 again, 49-42. Auburn better put somebody in Baker's face. They've been concentrating on Mitchell. Good move by Bartow to get some more shooters in there. Zone defense, UAB. They reverse the ball well. Come right back in the corner. Chris Morris is open. Oh, Morris buries one.
Jim, that's a shot I think Chris Morris passes up too much. He's got to take that shot if he's going to get the defense to come and get him.
Here's Mitzi inside. Rebound, Mitzi scores. And he will not count. Offensive foul by Mitzi. Oh, that's a tough call against UAB. 3 fouls on Mitzi. Take away the basket. Auburn gets the ball, trailing by just 5.
Watch it again. Mitzi takes it up strong right there. Good block right on the outside. He goes back and gets it again and jumps right into.
Yep.
Good call.
Good
Charlie
call.
Vaca made the right call. Watch Mitzi again. The block. Jones with a good block comes up. Mitzi goes strong again, and he jumps right into Jones. Charlie Vaca immediately waved it off, put his hand on the back of his head, said we're going the other way.
9 minutes remaining in the game. 49-44 UAB. Still looking, try and get inside the zone. Shot clock, 20 seconds and running.
Jim, interesting lineup. Auburn's got 3 guards in the lineup right now to play with Person and Morris.
Howard trying to look at the shot clock. 10 seconds to go. They got to get off a shot now in 6 seconds. It's Person from the side. Rebound taken away by Auburn to get 45 more seconds. Big offensive rebound by Ford.
Sonny Smith off the bench. You saw him on the screen right there saying, start it over again. Let's run the offense and milk the clock.
Outside of Bruce Dalrymple, there are not many better rebounding guards in the country than Frank Ford. They may be about even. 49-44. Here's an open shot by Ford. Ford is taking charge for Auburn here in the second half, where Person ran it in the first half. 49-46. UAB leading by just 3. Mitchell guarded by Howard.
UAB really trying to push it back.
Footer by Baker. And Gordon follows. Mitchell out of the corner. Mitchell. (51-46) UAB. 7:43 to go. Back comes determined Auburn.
UAB again packing the zone back inside. Ford found the opening at the top of the circle the last time. They still look inside to Person and Morris.
2-3 zone of the Blazers. Good patience by Auburn. Gingerly looking for the good shot here. Keeping an eye peeled for number 45, Chuck Person.
Jim, a pretty good strategy by Sonny Smith right here. He's
foul on the offensive foul is on Person.
I was going to say it's a pretty good strategy on the part of Smith right now to kind of milk this clock. It gives his kids a little bit of a breather because it's so tenacious going up and down this court, and I think both clubs are getting a little weary.
Did you hear Mincy? He said, "Ref, look what he's doing to me." And Person was called for the foul, trying to clear out inside. Boy, this is a rugged defensive game, physical game.
Let's look at the fouls right now. Auburn has 16 fouls and UAB has 5.
Well, that last shot Baker took was from somewhere around Aniston. Here goes Mitchell. Rebound by White, and he's fouled in backcourt by Ponder. Ponder holding. Went for the steal. First foul on Ponder. Team foul number 6 now against UAB. The rest of the game, both teams will be on the bonus. Any more fouling?
There was no question about this foul. After the Mitchell miss, you'll see it carry him off the back of the rim. Watch it start up the court right there. Watch him reach around and just grab him and hold him.
They're going to call intentional foul. I think they're going to call intentional foul, maybe. They give some shots here to UAB, to Auburn. Boy, Bartow's really upset over this. They called the intentional foul on Ponder. That means 2 shots in the ball. He wasn't shooting, so he's going to get 2. 7 minutes to go. We'll be back as this storm continues in Birmingham.
Think Air Jordan this season. by night.
You begin with raw steel. Shape it with fire, muscle, and sweat. Polish it to razor-sharp perfection. We're looking for a few good men with a medal to be Marines.
Everybody who builds trucks likes to talk tough, but only one talks tough and proves it. Dodge. Dodge stands behind every one of these truck parts for 5 years or 50,000 miles. Now, how many parts does Chevy and Ford back for the same amount of time? Sure, the others talk tough. Dodge proves it. Dodge. Still America's best back trucks. That's guaranteed.
The ruling in this play is it's an intentional foul. You see Ponder reach around right there. The official down court called it an intentional foul, and Auburn's going to go to the line, and they're going to shoot 2 free throws, and it's going to be Frank Ford doing the shooting. Much to the chagrin of Gene Bartow. He protested and protested loudly.
Well, it'll be 2 shots to White. Now, this is not the new rule where you get 2 shots in the ball. He was not, of course, shooting his way in backcourt. And Bartow, who feels he has a strong argument that Ponder was just going for the steal, but instead, Ford will be on the line for 2. He can pull him within 3 points. This guy's a competitor, though. The baby bull, they call him, down on the plains. (51-47). 4-point lead. UAB running into this full-court pressure again. Michael Charles gets it to Mitchell. Here's Mitchell. Mitchell all the way. Feeds it off inside to Gordon. Drops the ball. And it goes out of... No, Mitchell's got it. Didn't go out of bounds.
Well, Mitchell was lucky to come up with that basketball. I thought they were going to lose it out of bounds, but he was in the right place to get the ball and get it back, and UAB's in their offense. Half-court game. Here's Ponder.
Ponder squares up. Rebound inside to Michael Charles, and he's fouled on the play. A great jump left hook, protecting the ball, and drew the foul. Personal foul is on Michael Jones. The 2 Michaels going at each other.
It's a great rebound by Charles. You see Ponder right here go up. Watch Michael Charles come into view right there. He grabs it, goes up strong with the left hand. There's the foul committed by Michael Jones.
Credit Mincy with keeping that ball alive on the rebound. Gave it a good slap. Gordon trying to reach in. Took a chance on a foul. A good rebound by Michael Jones for Auburn. 53-47. UAB by 6. Now 6 minutes, 15 seconds to go.
Once again, Jim, UAB has changed defenses. They've gone man-to-man. We've seen everything in a chess game you can see.
Here's the lob to Jones. Jones inside, hooks it under to Chris Morris. Tipped up once. Auburn pulls it down again for Jones. Fouling for it. Auburn again. Auburn again. Again. A 3rd time. Again. Finally pulled on by Gordon. Oh, what a foul! It must have been 7, 8, or 9 chances by Auburn. Gordon finally got it. Mitchell Mincy from the right on a fall away, way long. Here comes Auburn trailing by 6. 5.5 minutes to go.
Jim, what an absolute flurry of activity underneath that basket. We had so many people banging around on that basket. Auburn with a chance now to cut it to 4.
Man for man, good move by Mincy. Here comes Michael Charles. Charles takes it all the way. Mincy again made the defensive play. 55-47. Auburn wants a timeout as UAB goes back to an 8-point lead. 5 minutes and 4 seconds left in this boiling game in Birmingham. And the Blazers have tried to reach down and find another surge. But we take timeout. Still 5 minutes to go. And it's UAB 55, Auburn 47. Don't go away.
Both neighbors just bought garage door openers. Ralph bought old-fashioned chain drive. But Herb got Genie Track Drive, the chainless opener. Herb's lucky. Track Drive really is the easiest to install and never
doesn't take any explanation. Just watch.
Sonny Smith couldn't believe out of all that he didn't get a basket. Nothing more than 2 feet away. And finally, Jack Gordon went high to get it.
At the end of the evening, the rebound figures are going to look very good for Auburn, but they're certainly not going to have much to show for it.
5 minutes to go. UAB now up by 8 points, 55 to 47. Auburn had cut it to 3 at one time after trailing by 14. Here comes Auburn. Time now becoming a little bit of a factor. Man-to-man defense by UAB. Person being guarded by Mincy, who's carrying 3 fouls.
Jim, the Blazers have gone a straight man-to-man now. They're trying to force the ball inside the person, and they're trying to overload. UAB's helping a lot on defense.
Now, there was Mincy doing a good job. Out of control. That'll be walking on Ford. Frank Ford went out of control, turns the ball over, and Sonny Smith can only just shake his head. This young team, which is so unpredictable for Smith. How many times has Bartow's team been in this situation? 4.5 minutes to go, 8-point lead. Ponder. UAB's had trouble protecting leads the last couple of years. But one of the weaknesses.
Auburn back in their man-to-man defense. Both clubs have gone away from their gimmicky defenses now. They've gone straight man-to-man.
Shot clock, of course, goes throughout the entire game this year. Ponder, nobody on him. Boom.
Don't tell James Ponder he can't shoot the ball as well as Steve Mitchell, because he'll stand out there all day and shoot with you.
10-point lead by UAB. Now with 4 minutes to go. Auburn needs to call up one more surge. There goes Person inside, and he's fouled by Mincy. 4 fouls on Mincy. Well, Person took it right to him.
Jim, watch it again right here. They got him open. They screened for him and got him at the free throw line. He takes one dribble and goes straight up. Mincy, I don't think he got him with the hands. I think he was just standing straight up, arms extended. Watch it from the other side right here. You see him take it inside. If anything, I think maybe right there, Person might have given him a little shove with the right arm as he went up.
Well, that might have been one just looked like a foul. Mincy's going to sit down with 4 fouls. Gordon comes in to replace him. Gordon, of course, can rebound and play defense, but he doesn't have the offensive skills of Mincy. Person now with 13 points, averaging 20.4, had 30 against Kentucky Wesleyan this year.
Oh, it's open.
Rebound taken out by Michael Charles. They get it to Mitchell. Mitchell, who handles the press.
Like a water bug. Yeah. You just can't catch up with him. He goes everywhere.
Now they got 4 white on Mitchell. Howard is out of the game. Good switch. 3 minutes, 40 seconds to go. Shot clock at 20.
Bartow running some clock. He wants to take advantage of every second he can get.
Inside goes Archie Johnson. Loose ball on the floor. Jump ball. It's going to be Auburn's ball. Auburn forces a jump ball to get possession. This looks like a turnover. 3 minutes, 28 seconds to go. And that trip down, Auburn could not get off a shot. Or rather, UAB.
Jim, watch it again. It really is like a magnet. The ball goes to the floor, and you see dark jerseys and white jerseys going after it. Archie Johnson loses control right there. It bounces off of Moore's hip. They go down, and all 3 of them come up with it. Mincy's back in the basketball game.
Well, not a bad move. He's probably going to be playing a zone defense. Try to protect Mincy a little bit, maybe. And they're going to be milking the clock. So get Mincy back in there as your best inside player. And there's only a little over 3 minutes to go with a 9-point lead.
And again, UAB changed defenses.
Person. Rebound, Ponder. 3 minutes and 5 seconds to go. Mitchell off the dribble. Mitchell. And rebound picked up by Auburn. Here comes Frank Ford. Great bounce pass. What a catch. What a catch by Person. Oh, my God. What a catch. Incredible. 99 players out of 100 would never have gotten to that pass.
Never would have saved it. He got it and was almost falling out of bounds and got it back in.
Auburn will try to get it back to 7. They're trailing by 9 with 2:35 to go. And the man here is Chris Morris. Good block out here, and we're going to jump ball, and it'll be UAB's ball. Oh, now the tempo's flowing a little bit. Archie Johnson went after Ford. Ford came back at him, and teammates have very cool heads that kept them apart.
Good officials right on top of the play. Don Shea, Charlie Vaca, Sonny Smith off the bench, calling timeout.
Sonny Smith wants timeout, settle his team down. Time's getting away. Just 2.5 minutes to go. UAB leads by 9.
Watching an adventure movie on a VCR? Terrific. But you're only hearing half the fun until you hear Zenith's high.
A thrilling battle throughout at a high level of intensity. Looked like UAB was going to run away with a 14-point lead early in the second half, but Auburn battled back within 3, and they have been able to stay within striking distance. They're down by 4 right now, but one big factor against the Tigers: no more timeouts to call.
So, Jim, what they've got to do now is that they've got to convert these turnovers. They've got to get out and get it away and hope that UAB does not make their free throws. They've got to pick out the guy they want to foul. And so far, the man they've gone after has been Michael Charles.
Gene Bartow has given his team instructions on how to handle this press. That's a big factor. Auburn will try to prevent the inbound pass. That would give them the ball without any time. And the Mitchell almost stolen. Ponder's got it. Ponder fouled in the backcourt. 2 shots. A intentional foul by Ford. Well, Ford tried to make it look like he was going for the ball, but he got called for the 2 shots.
Jim, you see Gerald White getting up right there. He almost made a miraculous save right here. He went after the basketball, was trying to slap it around. He and Mitchell go to the floor. Ponder comes up with the basketball, looking up court, and there's the foul by Frank Ford.
Now Ponder will go down, and this is a big difference than shooting a 1-and-1. There's a lot less pressure on you when you know you're going to get a second chance.
Interesting how he's going to take White out of the game. A guy who's injured his knee, it looks like, heading for the bench. Sonny Smith going to meet him, set him down. He's got Terrence Howard, who's in there and fresh.
Well, Howard's probably a little quicker anyway. Boy, the missed free throws are really causing some heartburn for Gene Bartow. 58-54, just a 4-point lead with 1:11 to go. Missed them both. Only he has hit 2 out of 5 so far. 58-54. There goes Moore. Rebound, Jack Gordon has it down for UAB. It's going to be Auburn's ball. Gordon let him tie him up, and Auburn gets the ball.
I don't know why he was standing there with the basketball. It was like he was inviting them to come in and take the ball or get him tied up.
Watch it. Makes no effort to pass it. Of course, he doesn't want to throw it away right here.
Look at the Auburn players surrounding him. Look at him. They're all around him. Finally, somebody reaches in and grabs him for the tie-up. Maybe he thought it was going to be their ball on a jump ball.
Well, it could have been confusion there on the alternation, but it's the time, and we get a timeout. Arrangements made by and promotion consideration provided by Eastern Airlines, the official airlines of the Sun Belt Conference, providing service to Atlanta, Newark, and over 100 other cities.
Sports Illustrated wanted me to talk to you sports fans out there, and also to you people who love them. Christmas is coming, and if there's someone on your list who's interested in sports, give them Sports Illustrated. You fans know I'm big on sports. On the other hand, I'm also sensitive, warm, caring, kind of a teddy bear with muscles, so you folks can trust me to help you find a great gift. You fans are going to love the week after week of action-packed coverage, starting with the Sportsman of the Year with the Year in Sports. Then you'll go to the bowl games, Super Bowl 20, the World Series, the NBA playoffs. But you don't have to go anywhere. Just call and order Sports Illustrated, and you'll get an attractive card you can sign and give to your fan. So call 1-800-621-7600 and save 60% off a full year. That includes the baseball, football, and basketball previews, plus the swimsuit issue, all for $43.95, and you won't be billed till next year. So call now and
maybe to put this game away, but they have faltered at the free throw line, and with 56 seconds to go, Auburn still has a gasp of hope.
Jim, it could be their demise. They could not walk to that line and make those free throws, which were so crucial. I just still don't understand why Jack Gordon held on to that basketball unless he truly believed that in that turnover, if he was going to get a jump ball, there was going to go to UAB, but it didn't. Now Auburn with a chance to cut it to 2, and we've got 56 seconds to play.
Well, one thing he was guarding against was throwing it away under the Auburn basket.
Got to get it up.
Yep, here goes Ford. Ford penetrating off the dribble. Ford hits.
Pressure again.
Auburn within 2. They'll get it to Mitchell. 45 seconds to go. 2-point lead by UAB. Charles, and he is fouled at midcourt by Ford. 40 seconds to go. And again, it comes down to the 15 feet from the free throw line to the basket for UAB. They've been up there 7 times, and they've hit only 1 here in the final minutes.
And the young man that's going to walk to it, Michael Charles.
Well, he's 0 for 3. You can imagine that his pulse has jumped up a little bit. Charles looks up at the time. 40 seconds to go. Sonny Smith kind of licking his lips a little bit. Here's Charles.
When it counted.
Well, the pressure was on, and Charles produced. He gets the bonus. Pressure's off a little bit. This is a big one, too. Four-point lead for UAB. 35 seconds to go. Person loses control. Out of bounds to UAB. 32 seconds remaining. UAB on the verge here, picking up a very big win as they attempt to stay high in the polls. They get it to Mitchell. Mitchell through the defense. Mitchell fires all the way up, and he's fouled on the play. 1-1. Personal foul against Auburn. I think it's going to be on White, who came back in. Injured knee and all. 1-1 to Mitchell.
Jim, watch it again. When you've got a guy pressing, you want to put the ball in the hands of Steve Mitchell right there. Even when he was going to go down and get fouled, he tried to get a shot off.
Well, he's
smart heads-up play.
One of the 2 free throws. Mitchell scored over 1,300 points in his career, over 1,200. Going after Oliver Robinson's all-time mark. Even Mitchell misses. Auburn still got a chance with 25 seconds to go. They're down by 4, but no timeout. Here goes Ford. Rebound, Mitchell comes down with it. And Mitchell's fouled on the play by Moore. Well, tempers are flying a little bit again. That's how much this game means to these guys.
Did we talk about friendship at the beginning of this game? I think we did.
Well, this crowd has been roaring here for the last 2 hours. Boy, you talk about going to an emotional ringer. These coaches have had it. Well, you see Mincy fouls the guy right there.
There goes another Auburn player to the ground. Now Moore came up off the bench, and he says, come on. And Mincy stood there and stood his ground. Charlie Backer talking to Mincy right now, saying, come on, let's calm down. We've just got 18 seconds left to play.
Well, the foul could have been on Mincy for throwing the elbow. Well, here goes this big guy, a major force for UAB. That's a mystery, those free throws. Out of bounds to Auburn, 16 seconds to go. Auburn, with no timeouts remaining, needs a miracle. They've got to score and then foul to stop the clock.
Go quick. Go quick.
Thrown away, but White gets it back. Here's White, 25-footer, short. Rebound by Gordon. Feet are outside to Ponder. Ponder driving inside, and he's fouled. With 3 seconds to go, and looks like UAB finally can breathe easy here with their 6th victory in 7 games. Well, Larry, we come down to 39 minutes and 57 seconds before we know what's going to happen in this one.
This has been as exciting a game as I have ever done, Jim. I've been around 10 years doing this, and I'll tell you, you won't find a much better game than this one right here. In fact, every one you and I have done here have been exciting.
You know, there's been rumors down here that this series might be ended by Auburn. Although Sonny Smith denied that in public today, said he'd like to keep it going. He might want to play home and home. But this has become such a great attraction here in Alabama. Ponder the line. UAB almost undid itself by missing at the free throw line, but they're holding on to win. 62-56. Auburn might get off one shot. Michael Jones, 30-footer at the buzzer. And UAB wins it 62-56. Oh, that's it from Birmingham. Jim Thacker for Larry Conley. Final again, 62-56, UAB.